and at the same time, he's backing off. The problem, though, is nobody comes in from any other position anymore. The wall has been placed brilliantly, and Derke goes on and on. It's only a 2 versus 3, where Kryptix comes in from the other side. It still goes on. Hold on. Derke is still doing it, and he's getting himself to half. Will he get even more? Jamppi has to get up there, and he does, but he does find the kill. He's just missing bullets, not the aim.
This round's going to be very difficult, especially considering Fnatic have literally nothing invested.
There it goes. Soulcas and Kryptix easily getting those shots without any further issues. Derke, the last man standing, again reinvested into it.
And they've completely lost their most valuable weapon.
Indeed. But I still need to point out something to you, Tom. It came really down to the last second. It was the closest situation possible you could ever ask for. That's pretty much a perfect summary of the series so far. And I gotta say, I'm astonished by it.
They were eliminated by Fnatic in Masters. Now it's their chance to do it in Challengers.
Very much indeed. Doma doesn't see a thing, and this offers them an easy double. But as I say that, Boaster is coming in with an easy double as well. He wants more. All the blades of Scream are gone, so he can only rely on his little classic there. And if that good old buddy is going to be helpful, I don't even know about that, because in the meantime, it's only down to 2 more. It's Derke and Magnum. Well, make it only Derke. But who else would you like to have in such a play? He finds the kill on Scream to his left, and it's Kryptix awaiting him. He knows that he's close to Lambs, more to the left-hand side,
so
and he
good.
finds it again. Perfection and masterclass by the Finn. Ice cold he remains and finds the tie for Fnatic.
Clutch.
It is just better. It's just better than anyone.
Of Team Fnatic. Magnum already out of this battle, and all the Seekers are coming in. This is even getting worse and worse, as suddenly Derke is out.
Still alive?
Yep, he is. That's Doma, though. Don't get this confused.
Oh.
But he's eliminated nevertheless. There you go again. Here you go, Tom.
That was the thing, like, so he was blind in the corner. The flash again from Soulcas was perfect. And clear the back of sight and the tube. And considering how difficult some of those spots can be to clear otherwise, it just makes executing onto that site so much easier and forces players into really, really awkward battles. So
Derke is out away from the battlefield, but Boaster's setting himself up. The players can't even get out of there that easily. They're taking their time, but suddenly it's the meat grinder from the Brit that makes them all minced meat. Easy stuff. And a tie secured. It's Mistic who might just have a bit of a problem whilst that wall is going down. He's running out of bullets. Once more, such a sinister and sad scenario, but Doma got it all under control.
Wow, that's already one ultimate. Seeker's going through. Gives out the spot, but actually Magnum not going to avoid it. He's just going to sit within. And this allowed a lot of space to be taken. A nice shot from Scream, and he wraps him behind alongside Link to close this out. A double entry with what is mostly pistols. And Doma, I don't know if he wins this duel.
I mean, I can understand why you said that. Front.
Yeah, no, they played that very well. And as said, like, the Seekers being invested into this round, it is a risk, but it's such a cheap ultimate. Like, it's up there with the cheapest of the lot.
And the rest of the squad waiting in front of the gates of the B site, entering from spawn any second soon, as suddenly you see what's happening. They split up the players. That is brilliant. Do they necessarily know, though, where good old Boaster is coming from? Yes, they do. Too readable for the Team Liquid side. And the 5th round should be granted, except there's a miracle. Ain't happening. We could probably do a podcast about that, how much staff you need in the future of Valorant. But in the meantime, what we're going to take a look at is how many bullets Team Liquid can swallow right here, as it seems like all the lead thrown in their direction would become a problem. Still, they can dodge it, but that miracle has to end at one point. That is going to be brilliant. Yep, he's out of there. See you later, mate.
Oh, Boaster's still waiting around the corner as well. The last piece to the puzzle, as he's now going to drop the spike. He doesn't know Link's behind him, though. And caught in astral form, leaves it into the 1 versus 1. Now, Doma is only on 32 HP. He's positioned himself perfectly. The second he taps this spike, you'd think he would be dead. He checks it, but it doesn't matter. Doma's going to land the headshot with the pistol. Another thrifty round, of course. Who's surprised by that? Early entries, these fast-paced plays have been working out for Liquid. The executions into the site, the utility being placed, and well, Mistic, they're gonna need another hero play from him. 2 kills, not bad though. And Magnum has now put him in a spot where this is actually winnable. Derke still has his res.
is now collecting once more the little points for his revive, and brilliant stuff coming in from Fnatic. Well, there you have it. There's a hard time. He revived. Are you finally happy, Tom?
No.
Okay.
He could have had 3 or 4 by now. Oh god. Well, they get themselves the 6th round, and yeah, fantastic comeback again. Expect Kryptix to be here now. Boaster in an aggressive spot, dashes out of there. Something that you can't see from Scream on any other agent, but Boaster actually still gets away with 2 kills again. High impact from the side of Fnatic in spots that you really just think they should be absolutely screwed.
Orb points, dear Tom, he needs for just that wonderful ult, and he's gonna get it. That's gonna be so high impact. He's gonna be saying, I'm out of here, boys. See you later. I'm gonna use that. The book he needs at this point in time. He's gonna stake it. Does he get one of them? Derke still needs to be eliminated, and Doma got it secured. It looked tighter than needed. The man.
Oh, not this again. Not this. We've seen this so many times. Every time they try that combo, Doma gets stuck.
There you go.
And he gets killed for it. A tough clutch, and with all the players together, I don't know. I feel like he needs a miracle here. He's not going to get one.
I mean, Tom, amazing format explainer of Scream again. Thank you very much for that one. In the meantime, I think he introduced himself quite well with such shots.
Unless you're planning on running through and headshotting every player in 15 seconds, it's just not going to happen. And while, sure, they'll kill off Jamppi at the end, but ultimately, all he's lost is a Spectre. He's earned his ultimate for the next round. Perfect grab wall, but they need to get rid of Link. They don't want to allow him in this corner, and he's already going to get his 2nd kill with the Judge, holding on to such a valuable spot for this retake.
But just once more get his team in the right spot, and here it comes. Finds a double.
Oh,
no, doesn't happen. Hold on. It's only down to Boaster. Kryptix on 1 point of health. But over on Hookah, it is Link who gets those kills. He was waiting there with those annoying Judge bullets.
1 HP.
1 HP, even worse. It's you know, 1 HP, a guy with a Judge waiting close range. And even with the mixed weaponry they have, they might just consider to do something different or possibly use the teleporter. Well, it doesn't matter anyway. Spikes down, and now only Doma has a chance to carry it anywhere else. Taking it back, it's Magnum, but impossible. Points. Another bit of a snake bite used, so nobody can get out of Hookah at that point, quickly destroying the Seekers. But on the right-hand side, there you go. That's the antidote to all of it. Doma with the quad after you enter perfectly.
Like a weird cosmic divide, I won't lie. It doesn't even really cut off heaven properly either, so it looks like they're trying to fake this into a B play, and then they've just gone running into the A site anyway. Soulcas is going to be the only one left. We've even seen a res!
Oh, no.
There we go.
Not again. On his own to pull the rabbit out of the hat and make that clutch work, and most definitely Jamppi is capable. Sees a bit of the ponytail and beheads the first. Derke is being eliminated, but unfortunate timing for him as Doma swings. Well, off bathroom or anything, directly over B long they go, but no chance for Doma. Not again.
That was dirty, and they've got a second
Not
one.
again.
Link has now got his shotgun in a different spot, but they also have one on the other side of the map as well. Now, it's not gone great in the early stages of this round. In terms of ult economy,
through C to Jamppi. Yeah, now he got the information. He definitely wants to battle. He definitely wants to fight, but he has no chance. But the first thing the team of Fnatic is looking for is to get the spike down. But at the same time, problems arise. Soulcas comes around, and suddenly everybody of Fnatic falls. Boaster can once more be the hero, and gotta put that cape on. At the same time, I have my doubts that this is gonna work that well. He's even being spotted, uncomfortable with everybody coming around. Jamppi on his left-hand side, but also unsure. The opponents are just awaiting him. He finds them. He gets the spike down. There is time. There is 100% time, and Boaster could make this work. Bring this into a tie. Still got a star down on the ground, and he's playing around it, and you see again, Link is annoying through the goddamn smoke. He does it. I can't believe the stuff those rounds are made of. You can't tell me this is real.
Fnatic were aware and avoided it. Scream trying to mask his steps with the jump down and the shot, but it doesn't get anything done. Link, though, it just seems like he's using every single weapon that maybe you shouldn't, and the wallback comes through from Jamppi. It's left onto Doma. He's been a superstar in this map, but they need a little bit more from him in the afterplan. Looking for the peek back. He'll find one, but he can't quite correct the aim fast enough. Jamppi's gonna close it as Liquid will grant themselves a 2-1 lead.
You also have to bear in mind the context of this game. If you win, you go to EMA. If you don't, I think they used that to their advantage, and Fnatic didn't have an answer.
It's really good as well, because I thought Fnatic was quite, and you can see on that graphic as well.
And you know what? The remaining players, they want to die to the spike. And actually, Doma's going to wait around to get himself an extra orb. Now, you might think, Tom, he died to the spike, but that trade is worth it every single time. He loses a frenzy.
Over on this map with a perfect streak, but ever since things went downhill massively, the loss against FPX, for example, recently is showing that. But this is the present. This is where Liquid only needs a single map secured. And suddenly Magnum and the boys, they gotta find a way to prevail. He knows and seemingly is aware that someone is over the left-hand side, but nope. Even his awareness can't help.
Actually comes back to bite them. 30 seconds left on the clock. Doma has the spike as well, so he has to go running, and he's going to get dropped. Now, there is a trade available. That's at least one player gone, but they have to run back, and Scream is now looking to watch onto the cross. They've been able to just about escape, but there's repositions from the remaining players on A, trying to get more aggressive to drop the spike.
The thing is, right there, you saw Screamers probably communicating. They're pushing up mid, they're pushing up something like short, but suddenly they move backwards. Kryptix, though, is holding it perfectly, and he's the last soldier to be the guard of the site. The third frag secured. My goodness.
There's a fairly risky swing. Link can't really reface this. He wants to make it as costly as possible, but realistically, he can't afford to just lose the gun for nothing, and that's exactly what will happen. They should still have the...
He's looking for it. There they come. He's whiffing it, and he's down to the pistol, isn't he? Yep, that's only the classic for him. Link is there to support to at least slow them down a little bit. Mistic comes in. The players are now swarming onto the side, and as Scream waits, they find one after another. It's for him for the classic. He wants more. He is hungry. And once more, it's no classic frags for you, Scream. Boaster can do the same. He knows how to use that mouse. But at the same time, the spike is on the ground.
It's a gun I'm not expecting to get kills anymore. It kind of sucks. Been nerfed into the ground. At least, again, doing a little bit of damage here and there. Boaster now stepping up as an operator player, it seems. Not something I was expecting to say today. We've seen Angel do it in the past. Link is still making this very costly. He has his ultimate, and he's used it on Jamppi.
But he still got the right kind of weapon for this. Look, I mean, this is the perfect one-tap weapon anyway. And they get closer and closer. Suddenly, they start to break through the defense. No way that this works. Link's coming by, but he can't make it work. It's the omen of Fnatic side. You know?
That's the only downside. Like, if he had less hair, he'd be more attractive. He needs more shine. He needs to get some, like, boot polish and, like, rub it on the head.
Okay, listen. I mean, I was trying to make a valid point. Because right now...
is huge. But there is still going to be a lockdown put into place. And, well, they could survive at the back of the site. They could try and fight this one. And that's actually what they're going to do.
They very much do so, but look, no way! Mistic's actually not hitting that, and as the players are getting closer to that lockdown radius, too much round, you cannot gain too much room, which they'll not let you have. As though those are decent darts. Finds one. Okay, we're getting there, but not fast enough.
Oh, Derke maybe questioning whether or not to break that trip, but after being spotted, he's actually going to go rotating all the way back. That's a perfect paranoia. One left completely blind, but they're still trading man for man at least. And somehow, Jamppi's brought it back into a winnable position. Kryptix with another. It's left all on to Big Daddy Derke, though, trying to turn the tide once again. It is down to the 1v1. Both players tagged up. The smoke almost used to try and bait him in. This has actually helped him out. He's just going to defuse it. He's just going to stick it all the way. Jamppi has almost just handed him the round. What?
But, well, talking about hating cars, seems like they might just fire on all cylinders to get on that side, but nope. Seems like there's some misfiring happening, leading only to Scream. With a sheriff in hand, sure.
You could say they've stalled.
They've stalled, absolutely. It seems like they might just keep on stalling there. Well, let's put it that way, Tom. They crashed, and this is a really good... Boaster's calling it, but Magnum knows. They know. They have realized, Tom.
Yeah, but in the meantime, deep control's been taken. Link already going to execute one on the side, but Derke might just do it! Only seconds left for them to grab the spike. I think he's just got it. Maybe within the last second, it's going to be incredibly close, and he will get it down. 0.2. So many angles for Scream to try and check. Is he going to expect him? He will now. A chance to close this out, but 30
Got the arrow.
HP is all that he has remaining. The dart even going to keep his position known. The shock dart could finish him, but he lands the headshot. It is Scream to keep them alive in their buy round.
With the window of opportunity starting to open.
Oh, this is both Jets playing a hyper-aggressive round. Magnum sneaks through the smoke. He knows any delay could give an opportunity for Derke. He has to try and dash up here, but Kryptix just snaps him out of the sky. Yeah, I think he would have been very lucky to get away with that, especially considering the exit of the B site is okay. All the way up mid, they're looking to try and split this through B. His spam isn't far away, but they don't expect Soulcas to be there. This definitely could be the game-changing round for Fnatic, coming in with what I would call their first proper fall buy. But at the same time, I do agree. Like, Liquid are now back in contention for the map.
They are. With the same motivation, Fnatic could get themselves to number 11, get closer to the well and so important needed victory, but now they chime in. First player goes in, yep, he goes through, he doesn't feel it, but he's suddenly out of bullets. How does he get away with that reload? Magnum is chiming in, there's still an operator in the form of Jamppi, and they just might all run into that meat grinder, but Kryptix knows he gotta do something about it. He's gonna stick it, and Doma's gonna bring it home. Goodness gracious, it seemed close, but all under control at the end of the day. Boaster.
This gives all the space back over to Fnatic, and Liquid have to try and fight back in. Magnum already looking to shut them down. Scream onto just 10 HP, and they're running for the hills. They're leaving this one. It's going to be 12 for Fnatic. It's also being watched. Derke now knows that there's one out and in the corner, but he's going to get forced into a pretty awkward position. Just about manages to survive. There comes through the Hunter's Fury to give them another advantage. Scream and Kryptix to keep them in the map.
Sent and delivered to the side of Fnatic. This game should be done and dusted. And well, it seems like we had on Breestorm. If Scream is not going to show us a masterclass that you will never witness again.
He's going to die to the turret if he doesn't destroy it. And he even gets wallbanged at the end.
I don't necessarily want to pick up on that moment where, in the pistol, where he smokes it off and just tries to stop. We're a lot more disciplined, and considering we're late in this series now,
I was going to say, he's a little bit out of dash range at this point. He's got to make sure that he does fall back, but it's a bait for Jamppi. He'll only find himself one, and now the remaining players rotate through, but Soulcas and Scream have both found kills.
They might have both found kills. But this doesn't necessarily mean that this is already done. Doma finds Scream, who's awkwardly not hitting his shot. Soulcas goes through, but...
Oh, no!
He just goes past him, and it was just trying to flick on it. Soulcas is whiffing. Suddenly, this is all in contention for Fnatic. Doma starting with an ace, and he brings it home for Fnatic.
The turret watching, which might make things a little bit more difficult. The gravity well looking to pull them in from behind. They haven't checked the angle properly. It's a double take, and it's making things costly at least.
The HP, Tom. The HP might become a problem. Boaster's only on 46. Jamppi knows that those players are just a few body shots away, but he only got 4 bullets in that magazine. Link, in the meanwhile, he was creeping up on them the entire time, but Derke got the clue.
And there isn't a whole lot of information being garnered. They're going to try and aggress. Magnum's just waiting. He shouldn't get away with more than one hit, but he does! 2 headshots off the back of the Spectre. Like, if he was close to a Blade Storm, like, okay, you get a couple of kills and maybe you get it online. But they're just trying to make this one costly. But with the fact that they're not going to be coming in with much for the next round anyway, that trade's absolutely fine for Fnatic. This was their bonus round. Like, they're coming out with 3 weapons and they're going to be rifles, which is more than they started with. Especially with Mistic just millimeters away from stepping back into an opponent. Oh, that's not pretty from Scream, but he'll get away with it. And now could look to try and escape. The problem is his route past is cut off, and Mistic will decapitate him.
You said it.
Well, the time's gone, but he might be able to just remove every single weapon. A nice attempt. It's a costly round for sure.
Great information they tried to gain. That dart will not get anything. Still, they need to save Mistic. He's not allowed to die. And as I say that, Boaster and Doma chime in, easily finding the frag, sensing where those players are coming from, and pulverizing them. How's it economically looking like for the Team Liquid side of things?
Oh, it's going to be as good as it gets. They had a flawless round, and then they had a round where Fnatic basically saved after losing a few picks, so...
Well, this is the absolute default we see. Always a player being put towards mid, and the rest is pushing A. And as I say that, Jamppi is pushing very aggressively and seems to make it work on one of them. Kryptix is still close to the pyramids and is going to find one together with Scream. Those kills are working decently.
Oh!
Magnum, hold on, that's awkward, but he knows where the pyramids player is. Come on, Magnum, this is not what we know, but it's still not going according to plan. A very quick round that...
Soulcas, this kill's needed. He's not going to get it. Now this becomes an impossible scenario. Scream, he's finally found himself a gun, the dash in, not enough time to pull the weapon back out, and Magnum is there eventually to close it. Good fake from Fnatic. The 2 players remaining, Derke and Doma. You're never going to doubt them in any scenario, and especially with Kryptix being isolated, it could be a problem. Derke just runs through already spraying. Knowing roughly where his opponent will be, this will grant them an afterplan. Doma will also spot the position of Jamppi, who for now at least...
rather earlier than later, and as Doma is just holding that position where the 2 are coming from, this is becoming problematic. He hits the first and needs to find Jamppi in case that is happening. An 8 HP part, that is actually Scream on 100, and Doma on 26. Now he's gonna stick it. He's gonna stick it, he's gonna hold it, he's gonna half it, and now he makes a move. Doma is known and spotted, but he goes on. Doma, you gotta do something.
He's got it.
Yeah, that's done. And Liquid find themselves the 4th. To have somebody who can individually think and does not need to think about lineups. But now, talking about lineups, Derke is starting that one good. Is trying to find kills, whilst the remainder over on the A side actually hold him up from going further.
Oh, it was looking good for Link, but he's going to get caught out. How are you planning to get past this turret, Jamppi? Oh, I think he almost ended up just being bait for Soulcas to give him a chance in the 1 versus 3. His position now given up. The rest of the team going to rotate in, and no one's even really tagged. It's all too easy for Fnatic. An incredible half, an impressive one at that.
Either way, poor Hypoc. In the meantime, well, poor Liquid for the moment. Magnum once more takes the lead as he finds a kill onto Scream. It seems like that attack is already killed. No further opportunities as though Link and Soulcas come in to assist and flank around. Fnatic got a player more on the server.
A 1 versus 2. The spike in his hand. He might have a decent idea now that Boaster's actually coming in on the flank after the trip was broken. It's going to need to be the 2 taps. The first not connected, and Boaster is there to put him in the grave. Fnatic take the 2nd pistol of the map, and it is going to be an uphill battle for Liquid if they want to survive in this tournament.
Snake bite though. Jamppi has to make a move. Still finds a kill. Is he onto the quad? Nope. But Kryptix comes in to support. This was a thrifty, my friend, that worked in favor of Liquid. Alright, support. Timing of Soulcas is crucial. Uh-oh. Is he gonna pop it in time? Oh, poor Soulcas. Poor Magnum.
They should know at this stage that Magnum is always around this angle. Is he actually?
No.
I was gonna say, popping the lockdown there would almost be just mental. Like that has such a high percentage of being destroyed.
Well,
he's actually gonna do it. He's going to try and force them back a little bit, maybe bait out an ult of his own and cause a bit of a distraction. I guess it worked in that regard and has put things into a 2 versus 2 scenario.
No.
Kryptix, though, landing an integral shot. It comes down to this man once again. The early kill goes his way, but he's taken so much damage. It's the 2nd attempt. No smoke this time is going to go down onto the spike. Derke, though, almost baits him into the peak. 7 bullets left in the clip.
4.
A single might do the job. He needs to land a headshot and he won't connect it. Jamppi this time will cling on. It's 1 for 1. This late lurk from Link actually almost ends this round in its tracks. He's going to catch out Mistic trying to flank him. And unless Boaster can pull off, Magnum can pull off something hugely impressive, it's going to be a 9-9. Scoreline equalized. Liquid back in the running. Sometimes change the rounds all on its own, but he's going to be tagged up. They know exactly where he is. There should be no way he gets out of this alive, and, well, Kryptix doesn't actually get that kill. Jamppi's just that little bit too quick. They can do nothing to defend this A site. It is falling again and again and again, and Soulcas is already homed in on the door.
They've done a brilliant job individually, but it was a 9-5 scoreline, I think it was. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, no.
And
they're not even able to... You can see on the faces of Liquid, they believe they've got this now. They're actually going to go into the B site. There are 2 snake bites still available here for Mistic. And he's going to be lurking within the smoke. Oh, it's a little bit awkward, but he gets away with it. somehow still alive. And
No,
already
no,
we're
no,
going to
no,
see
no.
the Hunter's Fury come through.
No!
It's 2 coming out for Derke. They're now starting to run out of time. They've been completely shut out of this round. And they still haven't cleared Mistic. They get it at the last few seconds. The spike is going to be dropped to the deck, and now it's left all onto Soulcas. Surely, this plant, I was going to say will be denied, but it won't matter. They're not going to care. A huge amount of weaponry retrieved for Fnatic. And, well, I'm going to go ahead and say to Team Liquid, if you've got a strategist right here, I would just keep going A, because it looks like the B site is has a lot less of a success rate for them.
Everyone brought knives.
But they're all hiding. They don't want to even give them the opportunity to get close to the spike. And it seems like with 10 bullets left in the mag, you will hardly have any chances. That would be brusque and big mistakes from Liquid if they actually lose this one. But he's backing off, Tom. He says bye-bye to the site. Fnatic looked like they could have had number 11, but they let it slip.
What a round from Link. Again, like, we have players that we highlight as just...
The alarm bot triggers, and here it comes. Oh no, this is so uncomfortable. But Boaster at the same time brings them in a man-advantageous situation. Magnum fails, and the A side once more is the big bloody battlefield.
Spike planted.
At least buying them a little bit of extra time. He hits the shot straight through the box.
You gotta be kidding me.
One dropped, and now Link has the timing onto
No!
both. It is a massive clutch again from these two.
Back.
The buy's not good. They tried to defend Magnum with stars in the last round. This time, it's going to come down to his own brilliance. He's got a smoke once again to try and defend him, but Kryptix inside it. Boaster has at least managed to find one. The IGL trying to hold on here, trying to bring his team back from the depths. Already, though, we're going to see the Viper's Pit.
Again,
How is this
again.
man here again? It can't happen
No
for a third
way.
time. Link, he's just so good at getting in behind them. They haven't been able to catch him. Mistic is always the hero they need, though. The man to bring them back from impossible scenarios. He's got Doma
not
alongside
really.
him, but this man being behind could be a problem. Mistic again is already going to pick off another, turning it into a 2 versus 2. Has a Viper's Pit of his own. Is going to bring it back, but he has to do it all, and this time he can't. It is Team Liquid to head through into the EMEA playoffs. They finally get their revenge